what do you see as the role of education for a client to be effective in their philanthropic endeavors?
It's probably easier to make the money than it is to give it back effectively or in an impactful way. So it's very important to take the time to invest your own time to be educated about impactful philanthropy.
Now, you've talked about the notion of catalytic philanthropy. Can you explain that to us?
Some people might call it strategic philanthropy. The most important thing is that we're trying to own the theory of change in conjunction with our partners. What we want to do is we want to invest, take the risk in developing innovative interventions that can have transformational impact. And if we're successful with those investments and have the evidence, then we hope that what that evidence does is spurs the private sector and or the public sector to scale up and sustain those interventions. And that's why I call it catalytic philanthropy. The reason it's important to be catalytic is that in reality, what are perceived to be large financial resources are a small percentage of the overall need. So if we are going to have the impact that we ultimately would like to have, then we're going to have to think in a very strategic way, a very catalytic way.
Now, you talk about philanthropy, charitable giving being an R&D exercise. What types of time frames do you put on your plans and when you want to see those things coming to fruition?
Most of the things that we're doing at the Gates Foundation would have very long-term frameworks. For example, we have one of our strategy areas as a focus on eradicating malaria. That is a proposition that will probably take 35, 40, 50 years. That is a very audacious goal. On the other hand, we believe that polio can be eradicated within the next few years. And so we have a range of strategies that vary in their time frame, but most of them are very long-term in nature. Now, whenever you have something that is that long in the time frame, what you have to do is you have to break it down into manageable milestones.
Now, maybe on a personal side, now, how did you make the decision to get involved and to really change your career and lead the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation?
Because we had been so fortunate, my wife and I had been so fortunate in the wealth creation associated with Microsoft, we'd always believed that what we would do is to invest that fortune back into society. And I was thinking I might help Bill and Melinda by maybe consulting a little bit on the agricultural strategy. I grew up on a farm. I have some knowledge of agriculture. And the CEO role opened up, and here I am today, 3 years later, CEO of the Gates Foundation.